things that I already like have off the dome that I know, and that could really help, depending on how you look at it. So, one thing that I really know, and I found out through like hearing and experiencing, having the power to fix somebody's problems can really make you powerful. And what I mean by that is, let's say somebody's car broke down. They have a flat tire. If you know how to fix that tire, you have a lot of power in the situation. Let's say somebody is emotionally upset and you know the exact right words to say to them to get them out of that situation. You hold a lot of power in this situation. And I like to use that word power because power, strength, all those things is the true nature of our world. And that's just how it is. We're literally ranked off of, how much power we hold, how much respect we have. We are ranked off of those things if you haven't noticed. But past all of that, it's a certain couple of things that I know about human reaction, that I know about, like the way we come off, the way we understand each other. And another thing that I realized that I say a lot, perspectives are unlimited. They are unlimited. Like, perspectives are so varied that I feel like if everybody was to understand that, then there would be no judging, there would be no hate, there would be no misconceptions. Because once you really understand and get that, not everybody sees the world how you see it. Just like how you have a thought process, that other person is having a thought process. Just like you're thinking, those little thoughts in your brain, like, what the hell are they talking about? Like when you have that little, that little backwards thought that you don't say out loud. Though they're having the same things, And I always think, like, if I can notice something, then somebody else probably can notice it as well. So, like, let's say if I can see by the way somebody's walking that they're not having a good day, that they're hurting, shit, they're in pain, shit, they've been working too long, something. If I can tell, I know somebody else can tell. And I know if I can see that on somebody else, then they can definitely see it on me. And that's what I really try to get across. I really try to get that point, to be understood, because once you get that, it's happening to you, it's happening to somebody else, but it's not the same exact thing happening. It's not the same exact thing happening. It's happening to you, it's happening to somebody else, but it's not the same exact thing that's happening. I feel like once we really start to understand each other and ourselves more, we'll really get far, bro. We can get so far. We can do so much. But let's search up a little bit on human reaction. Hold on. Set this up right, because why is it not? Oh, because it's on this. My bad. Here we go. The understanding of human reaction. The understanding of human reactions involves the brain's processing of stimuli, the neural pathways that dictate our responses. Factors influencing our emotional reactions include personality traits, genetic makeup, life experiences, and cultural background. So, let's say you want to relate with somebody. You want to get an understanding. You want to be able to, have a conversation with somebody. You have to be able to look at that person, and you have to be able to see past just what's being on the outside. You have to be able to, understand from the first words you say to the last ones. Like, when you say something, pay attention to how that person expresses themselves. Pay attention to, sometimes people's eyes glow. Sometimes they'll smile. Sometimes, they'll have it's so many different ways of speaking without saying words. And once you get to understanding those things, once you get to seeing those signs, you can really feel energy. You can feel energy. And there's been times where you've been around people and you just felt amazing. You felt great. You felt wonderful. And there's times where you've been around people where your hair is just sticking up. You're a little bit weird. You watch your surroundings. You can feel energy. You can if you can understand simple things like that, you can definitely understand other human reactions. action. And I feel like once you start to really process and bring it down to, how simple it really is, you'll be unstoppable. You'll be unstoppable. Like, just be able to look past what you can see. Be able to look past what you can see and try to really feel, try to really think. Like, this person is feeling, how do I understand, more of what they're feeling? Ask what questions are wonderful, because, like, questions lead to really seeing who somebody is. I feel like when somebody, like, an answer really tells me about a human, because if you give a detailed response, that means you're really interested in the fact, you're really interested in what we're speaking on, you're really, in tune in the conversation. 9 times out of 10, if the response is, let's say, 1 word to 2 word to 3 word, or, real short, they either don't want to express themselves, don't know how to, are afraid to, or just, don't want to. Like, 9 times out of 10, a lot of people don't like to talk, don't want to talk, or don't know how to talk. Like, that's really all it is. And you have to be able to read between those lines, because sometimes people want help but don't know how to ask for help. And you can see it on somebody's face when they don't know how to talk. You can see it on somebody's face when they don't want to talk. You can see it on somebody's face when they don't like to talk. You can see those things, you can read those things, you can feel those things. You have to be able to understand these things, because it really helps when you're having conversations. And this is coming from a person that does not know how to converse at all, unless I'm really feeling it. Like, I have to be in the groove to be able to really converse. Like, some days I don't want to talk. Some days, I don't really like talking, but I'll do it. Some days, I just don't know how to talk. And, that's why I really say these things, because experience teaches all. And I feel like experience is your best teacher. And without actually going out there to try, do, learn, you'll never be able to understand these things. And I feel like this is a very big topic right here. Like, because especially, like, if you want to, like, let's say, create relationships, create connections, create friendships, you want to, like, create opportunities, you have to be able to understand people. Because Escalade, Vinland Saga, taught me a lot. And when he said you can really make anybody do whatever you want, just with the right words, that shit really, like, if you tell people what they want to hear, they will do anything. They will do anything. And not saying, like, become a evil villain mastermind trying to control the world, trying to take over the world, and trying to go crazy and shit of that nature. But I'm saying, like, let's say somebody has a real fetish for money, and there's nothing wrong with being addicted to money, wanting more money, but some people get to a point of, like, where they'll do anything for it. So, like, let's say you notice things of that nature, and you tell somebody, shit, I'll give you $20 if you scream my name as I'm walking down the street, to give you a little bit of credit, to make it seem like, because I'm telling you, this is another, like, sidetrack to what, I was kind of speaking on. If people see somebody screaming your name as you're walking down the street, or you record a video and it seems like you got fans, other people are gonna wonder, who is this person? Who is this? Let me dive deeper into it. Like, the Jones effect. It really is a motherfucker. Like, when people see something else being wanted, then they start wanting it, and it's like, why couldn't you have decided what you want on your own? Like, it's not, like, horrible, because in effect it's kind of like the domino effect. One falls, they all fall. But at the same time, it's like, now you gotta wait for other people to fuck with you, for the rest of the crowd to fuck with you. And it's like, so is the rest of the crowd really fucking with me, or are they just jumping onto the bandwagon? And then it gets into a deep overthought. But you don't have to go there. You can cut it at, as soon as they jump on, just allow them to do it and move on. But that's how humans are. And it's so crazy, because, like, back to the money thing, people will do anything for a lot of things. Like, you can tell somebody, shit, I'll fix your car for free if you do this. Like, say the right things, and you can get the right things. Like, you can get anything in return. Like, you have to know how to control situations. You have to know how to make what's going on your time, your moment, like your opportunity. You have to know how to make things yours. And that's the thing. Fuck what anybody else gotta say. Fuck all these other people. Fuck everybody else. You have to know how to make the situation yours. You have to be confident. You have to be confident, because I feel like you can really sense when somebody is not being confident. Somebody's not confident. They have no confidence in themselves. You can sense by the walk. You can sense by the look in their eyes. You can sense by shit, just by the way, like how they're, moving there in a conversation. Like me personally, I get very awkward during conversations. Like I feel like you can like sense the awkwardness leaking off of me. Like it feels so awkward. Like especially like when I'm talking to people that I don't know. Like if like you're sitting there dragging a conversation on and down, like I just feel like you can feel like the me wanting to get out of the conversation is, and like sometimes I be so in my head that like I really get to a point of like feeling like they can really feel that shit. But bro, 9 times out of 10 they probably can. And I feel like if I can feel energy certain times, then they definitely can feel that shit. So like be wary of what you letting off. How you really showing yourself. Look good, play good, stay good, shit, all that. You feel me? Lock in. I'm gonna read this passage right here from Neurolaunch, Emotional Response Theory, Unraveling Human Reactions to Stimuli. A single tear rolls down a cheek, a heart races with excitement, and a fist clenches in anger. The complex tapestry of human emotions has captivated psychologists for centuries, leading to the development of emotional response theory. This fascinating field of study delves into the intricate workings of our emotional lives, seeking to unravel the mysteries behind our reactions to the world around us. Imagine for a moment the last time you felt a surge of joy or a pang of sadness. What caused it? How did your body react? That's a great question. The last time you felt a surge of joy or a pang of sadness. The last time I felt a surge of joy was probably when I ordered my pizza, my lord, because Domino's had a little deal going on this week. 2 top and large pizza for $6.99, shit like that. And I did get a little bit of happiness from that. And the last time I had pang of sadness, probably I can't even really think for real, because I don't think I've really had a pang of sadness lately. Not gonna lie. I think it's been real good, chill, cool, calm, and collected lately. Not gonna lie. I think we've been cooling. Real sadness. Well, probably watching the last episode of Big Mouth. That was a little sad, bro. I kind of miss Big Mouth. Not gonna lie. Nah, I just finished it. Season 8. Last episode. They walked into the future, and like, just thinking about it, like, real deal shit, like. Big Mouth is a real touch on human reaction of understanding how, like, that's lucky how we live. Shame wizard, hormone monster, anxiety, depression, all of those things are different type of reactions to different actions, to different situations. And like, I feel like I wish I could have watched Big Mouth in middle school, like with the mindset that I have now. Because like, I know if I would have watched it in middle school, I wouldn't have took it serious. I wouldn't have like really paid attention. But I wish I could have watched it in middle school to like prepare me for what really happens, later on in the world, later on, in different grades, as I progress, as I go up. Because like, they really like, they touch on everything, they talk about everything, but it's in like a funny comedic manner. So like, if you don't really look too deep into it, you'll really look over all the messages that they're really trying to deliver. And I feel like that's a real difference right there, being able to take things serious, being able to know what you need to take serious, being able to know when you need to laugh, being able to know how you need to react. That's a good thing as well. Being able to know how you need to react in a situation. The roots of emotional response theory. The journey to comprehend human emotions has been a long and winded one. From ancient philosophers pondering the nature of the soul to modern day neuroscientists mapping brain activity, our quest to understand emotions has been relentless. Emotional response theory emerged as a systematic approach to this age-old puzzle, offering a structured way to examine how we process and react to emotional stimuli. But why does this matter? Well, imagine trying to navigate life without understanding your own emotions or those of others. It would be like trying to sail a ship without a compass. Emotional response theory provides that compass, helping us make sense of our inner world and our interactions with others, in fields ranging from psychology to marketing, from education to artificial intelligence. The insights gleaned from emotional response theory have proven invaluable. They shaped our understanding of mental health, influenced how companies design products, and even informed the development of emotional intelligent machines. It's a theory with far-reaching implications touching nearly every aspect of human experience. I feel like, what is it called? The scientific explanation of this shit. I feel like it's really like doing too much. Like, not like in a bad way, but just like, I feel like they're trying to like really dive too deep. It's really simple, honestly. Like, I'm looking, okay, understanding human reactions in different settings. Why the fuck does she have a ruler? Okay, we're definitely not gonna go look at any YouTube videos because she has a ruler on a piece of paper. I'm guessing she's gonna write out a timeline. But what the fuck does that help? Let me shut up. So, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about, just what I know. It might help, it might not help, but shit, you never know until you try. That's a big one as well. Me personally, I be holding myself back. And, the reason I hold myself back is I assume reactions. I try to tell the future without knowing what it's going to be. And, if I can stop anybody from doing that, if I can help anybody, get out of that, if I can, guide anyone to the right direction of not doing that, I'm going to attempt right here and right now. And that doesn't mean this is the only time I'm going to, but, I've been trying to deal with it myself, and, it's real, what can I say, not difficult, but it's really addictive. It's really addictive to, like, think that somebody isn't gonna, like, what can I say, I'll think of something that I want to say to somebody, and then for some odd reason I'll think of the reaction that they're gonna give before I say it without even knowing what's gonna happen. And it's kind of a downfall for me because then it'll get me to overthinking of, should I do it, should I not do it, should I do it, should I not do it. And it's just a big ass like spiral of just wondering, should I not. And I get too deep into it and I end up just not. And it's probably taking me from a lot of opportunities and chances, but I'm trying to grow every day with like the things of just in me, of myself, because I want to be ready for that point, that moment in time of when I really start going up on my roller coaster, because it's always up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And when you go down, you come back up faster. You go down, you come back up faster. So like, I'm just keep trying to learn every day. I'm just keep trying to get better every day, because I have points where I just feel like I cannot communicate at all. I cannot talk at all. And then I have points where I feel like I can yap and run my mouth all day. Like right now. Like, you see how in this particular situation I can yap, I can talk. I've been talking since this video turned on, since I pressed record. I've been talking, and like, it just shows you a situation, where you are matters. Where you are matters, and who you're talking to matters. Like, one thing I noticed is I don't have to speak to everybody. I don't have to talk to everybody. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say I've been raised, but from what I've heard, seen, experienced, you're supposed to say hi, or supposed to greet, everybody you come across, or like just most of the people that you see. But like me personally, I feel like if I see you, especially if I see you every day, I feel like I don't have to always say hey, 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 like, because it just gets to a point like I know you, we know each other. Like I feel like we're supposed to have a good enough connection to where like I don't have to always introduce myself when I come around you. I can just be there. I can just arrive, and it just be what it is. But that might just be my way of thinking. And I started to understand that like, that's not how everybody thinks. But then I started understanding that, I'm doing it in the wrong manner. Like introduce yourself, say hey, say hello, as a, kind of a welcoming. But at the same time, I learned that it's good to be quiet in different situations. Like, let's say somebody comes off at you in a rude ass way, and like a damn, just chill. Instead of saying damn, just chill, be like give them a face. Like, don't make it a stank face. Just be like, on some like bitch, resting bitch face. Because like, no words says so much more than responding. Like, let's say somebody's hating on you. Like, when people were saying all that crazy shit on like the Clash Royale video, this is hard watch, it's hard watch, I would say things, but the things I would say are minuscule. Like, I would act like the victim, because when you pretend to be the victim, especially online, oh my god, it's amazing, it's beautiful. I just apologize, because the human reaction after that is they're not gonna attack again. They're either gonna be like, it's good, my bad, The human reaction is really, really simple. And, that's a prime example. Like, you can go back to that first Clash Royale video. It's a prime example. I would literally just apologize. Or I'll just be like, it's a phone game. Because, like, after that, how can you battle? You can't battle against that. Especially when I apologize. Like, I love when people, like, start hating and I just apologize. I'll be like, I'm sorry. Because that's literally a hater's worst nightmare. Not arguing back. Like, bro, it's a hater's worst nightmare. Like, I love to do it because it just shuts everything down. But at the same time, sometimes I do love to get in that feel. Shit. If they want to have that, battle, shit, we can battle. We can battle it out. Like, it ain't none. That's the thing. You gotta be able to mediate. You gotta be able to have both sides, because you have both sides. If you can play offense and defense, you're a winner. 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 Listen, I'm chilling, I'm vibing. Let's take a hit out of the motherfucking dab. I'm gonna sit here for a little bit longer. Like I was gonna go make some music, but I'm gonna sit here for a little bit longer. Hey, if you wanna take a hit with me, come on right now, grab your shit. If you ain't sleep, grab your shit. Come on. I should have breathed that motherfucker. Maybe you wanna lean with it, rock with it. But no, some real shit. Like, you have to be able to take a grasp. You have to be able to take a good look at what you're attacking, at what you're approaching, at what you're dealing with. Don't just look at the outside. Try to see the inside. Try to actually understand. Like, some people, I can get a good read on them without even hearing them say a word. Like, they don't even have to speak. And I kind of have an understanding of who they are, what they like, what they want to do. Because, I've taken so much time of just listening instead of speaking, observing instead of doing. And, I feel like it's really taught me a lot of things, and I'm really starting to gain considerable superpowers, and this is what I've always wanted type shit. So I'm really trying to make them stronger every day, and that's why I'm glad. Shout out to whoever told me to do this, because I was been supposed to do a human reaction video of diving deep into it, of really talking about what I know, doing some research on it, things of that nature. And I really appreciate you for saying that, because you motivated me to do it, because I was been supposed to do it, but you reminded me and motivated me, encouraged me, and let me know that I should, and I appreciate you a lot for that. Hopefully you watching this video. Excuse me. And another thing, ASMR deals with a lot of human reaction. ASMR deals with a lot of human reaction, like whispering in the right tone. I can whisper like this. I can go really quiet, but I come up really close, soft whispers. Then I can back up, and I can make my whisper a little bit louder, a little bit more, toned, a little bit more to be heard. Or I can almost use, my natural voice, but at the same time, I wouldn't be so up close on a mic when I do something like this. I would, keep a little distance. But I know if I start whispering like this, I will come up a little bit closer. And those different sounds affect the brain in different ways. For some people, this, gives them tingles. This helps them sleep. This helps them, lay down. And some people don't like gum chewing. Some people don't fuck with gum chewing. Some people love gum chewing. And some people love things like this. I'm gonna shout. Perspectives are unlimited, and that's what's so crazy about life, because you'll never be able to satisfy everybody. You'll never be able to satisfy everybody, and once you say it out loud and actually understand what that means, you will live, because we need to start living more. We worry too much about what the next man, what the next woman, what the next he, she, they, them has to say, and it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter, and that's the thing. I'm saying these things to motivate myself as well, because I go through this. I still be thinking it matters what they got to say, what their opinions. Like, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. And I gotta really lock in on that. Like, on some real shit, I gotta really lock in on that fact. And we all do. Like, it doesn't matter at all. I'm about to really step it up. I'm about to really, because today, I don't know, I feel like I didn't do enough, bro. And I feel like that every time, when I'm working throughout the whole day. I work 10-hour shifts now. So, I be having shit to do on the weekdays, but on the weekend, I'm off. So, I be recording and shit, but the moments when I'm not recording, when I'm just laying down, if I'm not eating, I feel like I should be working. And when I'm not working, it just feels like I'm just being lazy, bro. And I feel like that's a reaction I've built up of, really wanting it to work, wanting it to happen. And I just been telling myself I gotta wait, because I'm trying to buy some things, I'm trying to get some things together, I'm trying to learn some new skills. I gotta find a way of, if somebody knows how to get what's a good, I think it's my PC. That has my CapCut lagging when I try to edit. But let me know if it's maybe that I need to get a new editing software or a new PC. Because sometimes it's the PC and not the editing software, and sometimes it's the editing software, not the PC. Because I might go to Premiere Pro and try to, tap in there. But at the same time, I know my skills with CapCut still aren't all the way to the max. And I want to try to, master that before I move on. But at the same time, I could move on, try to learn something else. But, I need to figure out what it really is, because it be lagging once I start doing, serious editing, what I'm adding. Different cuts, different effects. I hate when the playback be lagging, because it makes me mess up on where I place things and things of that nature. And my edits don't be coming out how I want them to be, and that's what really made me just take a break on the gaming channel and really just trying to edit music videos and things of that nature. And it's really, it really upsets me. It's making me feel like I'm not working hard enough. No bullshit. But I'm gonna just keep working. I'm gonna just keep making music, and then I'm telling you, when I get back into it, it's gonna be crazy. I gotta buy a new capture card, all those things. I gotta invest. I'm gonna invest for no bullshit. It's getting to a point where I'm becoming financially stable, and I'm really proud of myself, twin. I'm really proud of myself, and this is what I've always wanted, and this is just the first step. I'm really starting to scratch the surface. And that's what I love myself, because this is just the first step. It's amazing. I told myself that I wanted it, and I'm really making it happen. I've been paying my bills every month. you know, I've been surviving. I've been like, and it's wonderful, it's beautiful that y'all have come on this ride, this trip of, you know, me just whispering in the mic, you know, and to think that it turned into 18,000 of y'all on the way to 19,000, then 20,000, and you know, we just gonna keep going, man. Just gonna keep going, just keep being me, just keep living. I tell y'all, just keep being you, keep living, and we gonna make it to anywhere we wanna be, twin. I love y'all, man. 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 And I'm gonna make some tunes. I'm gonna express myself a little bit, let out a little bit of these emotions on the beat. And I'm gonna see how I'm sounding after and shit. I might let y'all know, man. Go check out the Apple Music, dropping a whole bunch of shit. I just be dropping on random weeks. You know, I drop like whenever I feel like it, no bullshit. So check that motherfucker. I keep checking that motherfucker, keep checking that motherfucker, keep checking that motherfucker, keep checking that motherfucker. But I'm finna check out this motherfucker. I'ma see ya on the flip. Skip, 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 skip.